Yeah, what are your reflections on that game?
Yeah, the obvious, I would say, the obvious what everybody could see. The first half was okay. Not only about the result, but because of the performance as well. Of course, City had more possession and these kind of things, but that always happens when we play here. And that's we scored a wonderful goal. Could have scored a second one in a really good counter-attack. Then I would say this situation was rather unlucky when Kevin De Bruyne gets a touch on that ball and rolls through Robbo's legs, and from there they did. Of course, City is doing then really well. So 1-1. That's okay. That's a basis. And you come out of half time and there's this open ball in midfield and we don't even have a challenge and they pass the ball to the outside and we are too deep in the last line, and from there again City's doing well, so you have to defend City in the moments where you have the opportunity to do so. If you are there too deep, too passive, whatever, then they use that immediately. That's a 2-1. 3-1 super quick after. How I remember it, and I have to watch it back obviously, we have a 3-4-1 situation against Czech, but in the end nobody has a challenge and the ball arrives in the box again. They can finish and have to take the rebound. But and then you saw what happened. We were not there anymore. We were completely open. We were too passive, too deep, too far away from everything. We had, if you look at the game, I think we had around about 4 performances. We were okay. The two midfielders with Hendo and Fab worked a lot, tried to close gaps. Cody, especially in possession, and Ali, of course. So, and then that's obviously very difficult. If you want to get something from here, then you have to play 11 players. 14, 15 players have to be on top of their game, and that was not the case again. So after being 3-1 down, it's anyway difficult to come back here, but you can. But I think we had a situation for the 3-2 maybe when Robbo broke through on the left side. Yeah, but then apart from that, City could pretty much do what they wanted because the spaces were too big, and so we are rather lucky that they only scored one more, and that's it now.
Yeah, can you explain why your team started the second half like that?
No. Cannot. We don't know 100% if the team started like this or a player started like that or whatever. I have no clue why we didn't have the challenge there when the ball is open and it's not no foul, nothing, just no challenge. Really difficult to understand. But because then the reaction is there when you let them there on the ball and they can cut inside and pass the ball and use their speed and the formation, all of that then it's not about mere mental stuff anymore. Then you just try to sort the things you can sort. It was not possible there. No, as opposite it is. I don't think it is really to explain, but yeah, we all saw what we saw.
They looked incredibly dejected when they came off your players. How do you lift them then? Because you've got to try and salvage something, haven't you?
Yeah, but we have to do that tomorrow. I told now the boys that there's nothing from my side to say for tonight. Everything is obvious. Everybody needs to think himself about it, and then tomorrow we have to talk about it. But that was nothing for now. Yeah, it's not a lot of time, but it's time. We don't play tomorrow. We play Tuesday, and yeah, we should play better and especially more consistent. So being good while you're feeling good is okay, but not being good when you don't feel 100% is obviously not possible in the Premier League. So, and that's what happens in a moment. We spoke about it on the press conference yesterday. Being 1-0 down this year changed pretty much everything for us. And I don't like to mention these things, but I cannot ignore it as well. It's not that I think, if we are 1-0 down, that means I think already we are 1-0 down. But again, today we concede 2 quick goals. And again, I say, then it's super difficult here, if not nearly impossible, to come back from a 2-goal deficit. But it is we can make it a bit more difficult for them if you stick to the things you did in your good moments, and that was not there anymore. And that's why then the difference was so massive. Wow. It's not nice to be part of the team and the crowd starts, oh, which is past. It's not nice, but it still happens from time to time.
You sound really flat as well. How do you lift yourself?
Oh, we don't have to worry about me. It's, I watch things, I analyze things, and then I go again. It's, my emotions were never my problem. They are in moments on the sideline my problem, but not after a game. So I know what I have to do, but I have to make sure that it arrives in the right places.
Did you hope, Jurgen, for a bit more from your substitutes? You made those 4 substitutes and then you conceded very quickly after.
Yeah, it was super difficult coming on a game like this. I would be now. We are in a situation altogether. I don't want to take them out of the situation, but it's now. I don't think they were the problem now today. So yeah, that didn't change the game. That's true, but that's it.
Were your players justified in surrounding the referee for the Rodri when you didn't get the second yellow card? I mean, maybe you thought it was a red card offence.
I didn't see it good enough. I realized the situation, but could have got a second yellow. Yes, probably. I will not. Yeah, he will not get it now. And yeah, I'm not sure we would have won today against 10 men, to be honest. But